We have the first earnings report as a public company for Levi's, and Eric Chemi has got the details for us. Eric.
Hey, Wilf, that's right. Levi Strauss numbers are out. The revenue number is $1.44 billion. That's up 7% from a year ago. The GAAP earnings per share, 37 cents. That's much better than a 5-cent loss in last year's first quarter. If you just look at the stock reaction right now, there you can see it up 2% after hours. So despite the fact that we don't have analyst estimates to compare it to, the investor community seemingly liking these numbers right now. If you look at the regions, the best regions in terms of year-over-year growth, the Americas, a 9% increase in net revenues and an 11% increase in operating income. Europe and Asia were mid-single-digit increases on both of those numbers. So that's the quick story here on Levi Strauss. Back to you guys.
All right, Eric, thank you for that. Let's get reaction to those numbers. And joining us now is Liz Dunn, founder and CEO of Pro-Forma, and Stacey Widlitz, president of SW Retail Advisors. Stacey, let me begin with you. What do you make of the numbers? Stacey, can you hear me?
Doesn't look like Stacey can.
Okay. Let's go to Liz. What about you? Do you want to give us some reaction?
Yeah, I think the number is good. The revenue number was a little bit less growth than the fourth quarter, but on a constant currency basis, it was about the same, 11%. The guidance, and again, this is just first blush because there are no analyst estimates out there, and so, we're kind of finding our way with this one. But the revenue guidance for the year, mid-single digits, looks a little bit light, but if you read the release, it says they're losing the benefit of Black Friday because of the timing of their fourth quarter. And so I think it's a good result. The gross margin, little soft, but again, that was currency, and there was growth across geographies, the Americas, Europe, and Asia. So I think that's all very good news.
Where are the big opportunities for them for the next leg of growth? Is it different channels in the US or different geographies?
I think it's both. It's channels, it's geographies, and it's categories. So by categories, I mean women's, and I also mean tops. I think they have growth across all of those. And what's nice is that the channel opportunity, moving more towards direct-to-consumer, has a natural margin benefit. And so we've seen that play out for them over time as we've looked at the history of the recent history. Because they've been seeing outsized growth in direct-to-consumer, they are seeing margin benefit.
And who are the main competitors? Who's going to be looking over their shoulder now as we start to get a few more quarters from Levi's?
Well, there aren't, I guess VF's spin out would be an interesting competitor since VF Corp is spinning off their denim business. I think people will look at the teen companies who have big denim businesses like American Eagle, Abercrombie. People will look at Gap and Old Navy. But this is a little bit of a different business because it is so global and has such breadth and really strong opportunity across many geographies.
Does that Americana brand hurt them when we're in the middle of trade tensions and ratcheted up trade tensions with Europe?
I think that this is a brand with such a long history. I'm forgetting exactly how long, but it's been around
for more than a century.
Yeah, more than a century. And so I think the Americana brand is very, very entrenched, and I don't think it will necessarily hurt them from a perception standpoint. Now, obviously, dollars and cents, yes. We saw some currency pressure here. I think they haven't seen. They're not facing trade and tariff concerns immediately, but it's the situation seems to change daily.